is not Fortnite. Why is that not coming up as Fortnite? This is a test here to test. That's weird that it's like locked in right there. So weird. Well, now it switched over. That's weird. Excuse me one moment. Okay, so I'm just gonna play one game and test this. I'm doing a new stream, some new stream settings here, and I just want to see if it works any better than the original settings. So it's gonna be a short, quick. I must have it at full screen. I do. Everything is a little bit delayed. I don't like that. I'm gonna maybe change it a little quick here, real quick. There goes. We're gonna go to Theater Fields. And we're gonna get and then I'm gonna be done right away. It's just a test and see how the stream looks with this. Like amped up the amount processing power, I guess. So hopefully it works out. Nope. Did I get it? I did not. And he's gonna kill me if I don't get out of here really quickly. Okay, we can't end on that one. Cannot end on that one. I could pull it up on my phone here too. That'd be a way to check it. Pulling it up now. It still looks terrible though. What's my quality at? Well, that's why I have my quality at the highest quality. I mean, when my quality is still buffering. Ooh, the volcanoes. Alright, it's buffering, so I'm just gonna finish this up real quick then. See if I can go here and get a or something. In there. This is not gonna help me. See, I don't know if he has a gun. May or may not. There's a guy over there. literally just play with other people is what it is. Here I was hoping to get to tier 100. Alright, this is the last one no matter what happens here. Just gotta warm up. Do some stretching. Let's do some stretching here. Okay, I got that one there. This there. Finger stretches. Excellent. This is the block. Is it still a roller coaster place or is it a different place? Sure looks like a roller coaster place. I'm loaded. Anybody? How is it going? What do I see? I see a trap. Some kind of gun. You did not just fall down first. Oh, I fell too far. Oh, there's a gun. It's a sniper. That's so dumb. I gotta stop panicking. Who is on? Oh. Just gonna get one kill, and then I'll be done. So this is my last one, no matter what happens. I don't care if I don't get that one kill or not. I wonder if I could increase the that right here. See how that works. I didn't drop any frames either. Let's try that. I feel like there's a little delay now, but I don't know. We'll see. What is it? Because I changed my sensitivity. Okay, so right over there. As long as I focus. Very careful. I can hit. Holy shots. Okay, here we go. Switch that out. But now no one's here for me to use this cool shotgun on. Oh, there's somebody over there. Across the way. There he is. Goes. This guy over there. is over here. Most of the materials now too. But reloading the shotgun. And just I don't know, I feel good about this. Okay, I think that'd be good. I'll go over here, and we'll see if this game works now. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Still made it do that. Let's see, destinations there. Is it working? Nope, it's still frozen. Why does it do that? So this is why it didn't work last time too. I'm not sure. Can I like window it? Doesn't seem to be working. I guess I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not even appearing unless it is, and I'm missing it. No. doesn't seem to be working, so we're gonna go ahead and scrap this idea. Because Hitman doesn't seem to be working. It's like it's not even there, too. It's like right, it's like awkwardly not. Unless maybe I restart the game. Maybe it's just a weird. Why is it over there? That's weird. Because now it appears to be working. Okay, let's take the controller here and see if it works. Because now I locked it in. It appears to be working.
CA agent, every challenge you face can be overcome in multiple ways.
Okay. Let's just test this thing out. So, what I want to do too is, because I'm pretty sure a lot of my friends have this game. So I was thinking that we could, like,
Hi there.
Hey.
It's fabulous, isn't it? Oh, it's such an eye for detail. The colors, the
You don't waste any time, do you? Mr. Mechanic?
Can I get a drink, sir? Let's go in the kitchen. Tastes good?
Really nice, man.
Well, I didn't do anything. I'm just a mechanic. I just gotta.
Hey, man, what do you think you're doing?
Just had to check out that freezer there. Looks good. Alright, I'll see you later.
Everyone provided for.
Alright, now that you've kind of reset your attitude. Let's see. Alright. Put you in there. Excellent. find the stairs. Let's see here. Where's the... That guy knows who I am.
Back already?
What the hell was that all?
He's hit! Hey,
That was the guy, though.
Sorry,
Nope.
I'm sorry, I
Excuse me.
am. Nothing here yet.
Ah! Don't shoot me.
We lost visual on the target.
Good. Lose visual.
Out of the way!
Once
Cool.
again, great work, Initiate.
Thank you.
This exercise is available for as long as you need. When you are ready to advance, you have only to let us know.
Oh, okay. I assume that worked. I don't really want to deal with it again. So, thanks for watching. If you're watching, you didn't have to watch. This was just a test to see how the stream looked. This is not very good video quality. I might want to look to get a better camera. But thank you for watching again, and we'll see you guys in the next one.